Hey guys, I am back for my final MMPR Season 3 review. So I thought I would review possibly one of the greatest Megazords from that season. I'm talking about the Ninja Megazord. That's right, the only real Ninja Megazord, not that Ninja Storm stuff. Anyway, the whole history behind the whole Ninja Megazord is pretty simple. Rito goes and basically takes away the MMPR's the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Thunder/Dino powers, I guess you can call that, since they're both connected. And so the Rangers travel on over to I actually forget where, but it's the Temple of Power. It's where they find Ninjor, and they go off to the Temple of Power. They find Ninjor, and Ninjor I guess they kind of like gives them their powers, yeah, like that. And they basically get these new Zords, new ninja suits, new ninja coins, etc., etc., etc. And yeah, everything works out. However, in the movie, all these Zords are all found on this distant planet called... I don't quite remember the name of the exact planet, but they are given to them. But the Rangers are given their ninja powers by this really hot woman named Dulcille, which, you know, I gotta admit, she was pretty slamming back in my day. That's right, I said it. I'm not ashamed. So yeah, they go and get these Zords. They're okay animals, I guess, to a point. So let's just talk about them in morphing order. Here we got the frog, Adam Zord, which I know he wasn't really happy when he got this. But still, I do like the frog since it is the biggest Zord out of pretty much everything else. Its whole point was to just like jump around, and it basically like supplies pretty much the whole foundation to the entire Ninja Megazord. Its real main attack was like shooting out frogs from its mouth, like mini tiny frogs. So yeah, that's okay, I guess. In terms of articulation, it's his hands can go down like that, or flippers, or paws, whatever it is frogs have. They can move around like that. His legs can also move out like that to make it look like he's hopping. So like, yeah, he can like hop around. Of course, when you get him like this is just like when you're getting ready for him to transform. So let's get him back into his original mode. And there we got the frog. Next up is the Crane Kimberly Zord. Personally, I really don't understand the whole concept of the Zord since it's like the smallest one around and it doesn't really do much. At least as far as my knowledge, it doesn't do anything. But really interesting. This was actually the White Ranger Zord in the Japanese Sentai. But unfortunately, they just had to give this to the Pink Ranger since the Falcon Zord was white. Like more like white than this one. That sounds a little racist, but it was true. This one went to the Pink Ranger since, you know, there are 5 main Rangers, 5 main Zords. So hey, when in doubt, give it to Kimberly. There's not really much that you can do with this guy except you can like bend his neck, although that will reveal the head. Although you actually can move the crane head up and down like that. The wings can fold in, fold out. But that's pretty much it. Just in and out, and up and down. That's it. Next up is Billy Zord, the Wolf. The Wolf is possibly my favorite Zord out of, you know, the entire Ninja Megazord. Why? It just looks really nice. I mean, you know, wolves are actually pretty interesting. There really isn't much that you can do with them. You can make the tail go up and down. His legs can bend in, and his feet can go in and out like that. And of course you got the mouth action. Roar. Like that. And sometimes this could possibly be like a spaceship if you really want to use your imagination. And I'll show you why in a minute. Now next we have the Bear, Aisha Zord. The Bear is possibly one of like the most interesting Zords for any eBay auction. You know why? The little mouthpiece. People are usually always getting this thing without the mouthpiece for some reason. Not that I'm saying that like the mouthpiece isn't really necessary. I mean, like take take away, there's nothing really wrong with it. But the mouthpiece, it just makes it look a little bit more, more action-ish, I guess, if that's a word. I honestly do not know exactly what this mouthpiece is for anyway. Maybe it's like a toothpick for the bear when it's done fighting, or maybe it's like a chew toy or something. I don't know. But it's only in real terms of our articulations. First got to take off the mouthpiece, of course. The mouth can move up and down. The legs can't. These legs can't really move unless you want to push them in and make them go like that. But of course, that looks kind of awkward. And its back legs can also go up like that. But there's really nothing much that you can do with them like that, so let's put the mouthpiece back on you here. Go. And that's the bear. Last up, we got the ape. The only, I guess you could say that it's the only Zord that actually can fight on its own 2 feet. Literally. And really, if you do look at it, it looks pretty much human. It just looks like a human with a beard. That's all it really is. This thing came with its own 2 little swords. Unfortunately, I don't have them. It wasn't in the eBay auction, so lucked out there. Articulation-wise, it can do a 360 with its own feet. I mean, hands. Nah, what am I thinking? Nothing much that you can do here except just move around like that. So that's pretty much it. Head can't move. So that's pretty much it for all 5 of these Zords. Not really much that you can do unless you want to transform it. So, to get the Ninja Megazord, you transform it. First, we take the frog, bend out the legs so they are perfectly straight, take the feet, straighten them out, and then you gotta raise up the paws like that, down like that, and then they go right in the little, then you put them in the knees. So there we got like pretty much the whole, like half of the entire Megazord already completed. Next up, take the bear, take off the mouthpiece, open up the mouth of the bear, put the mouthpiece in the mouth, close up the mouth of the bear. You then push in the legs like this, then these go in like that, fold up the back legs like this, and then boom. Oh, my bad, hold on. Silly, silly old bear. So, there we go. Now there are 2 little connectors down here, and they will connect to the top of the frog. Come on, frog. Go. Next up, we're going to take the wolf. We're going to fold in his front feet first, and then his back ones. So now here in this mode, it kind of can be a spaceship if you really want it to be. But whatever. Connect to the side like so. Then you gotta take the fist cover, and that'll connect onto the side of the wolf. Also, just to let you guys know, never ever buy this entire Megazord without both fist covers. I mean, it just won't work. Of course, however, if you like want to follow the movie guidelines, you actually can take your Shogun sword from your Shogun Megazord if you do have it. You can put it here, and you kind of make the whole MMPR movie thing, just like how the sword there, etc. But whatever. Next up, we take the 8, pull down his back. This kind of follows the Shogun Zord thing by pushing the arms inside. Then we're gonna push down on him like that. Then take the fist cover, cover him up like that, connect them on like so. Then finally, we take the crane, gonna fold in the wings, fold up the head of the crane to reveal the Megazord head, and that'll connect on top. And there we got the Ninja Megazord in all of its glory. So really looking at the Ninja Megazord, it's not really that bad of a Megazord. I actually say that this is probably like the greatest ninja type robot to ever be invented since the Shogun Zords. Which is kind of funny because this year Megazord actually came second in the Kaku Ranger Sentai, which is really ironic, confusing, but I don't know. See, personally, it is a lot more convincing to have first the Ninja Megazord out first, and then the Shogun Megazord, because just like I said, each and every one of the 5 Shogun Zords are based around like the Ninja Zords. Such as the head of the Ape Zord looks almost identical to the head of the Red Shogun Zord. So, yeah. And also, this is one of the few Megazords in which it doesn't really have any like weapons on its own. Its only real weapons are really its fists. It would like go flying up like that. It would like give like an, I guess you give it like an 8 punch and maybe like a wolf punch. So I honestly don't see nothing wrong with this guy at all. This guy is really great looking. Just like any other Megazord, it can do a 360 with its arms. I guess you can say that does have some knee articulation, although it does reveal the frog's hand, so not really the best idea. It also can have its feet articulation, although that's gonna make it look kind of like it's doing the anti-gravity lean like Michael Jackson did. So there's really nothing much that you can do with it. So like again, like I say, if you do take out the mouthpiece, it actually doesn't really look that bad, but still, you really should have the mouthpiece in there just to make it look a little bit more show accurate. Of course, this was just not enough. So what did they have to do? They had to bring in the Falcon Zord. Falcon Zord was, of course, controlled by Tommy, and basically with this Zord, it goes through some good transformations. What you gotta do is take good old Falcon Zord, lift up the head, flip up the tail, pull down his feet like that, raise them up, push in the little claws and talons, yeah. And then there are 2 little connectors over here in the back, 2 on each, 2 on top, 2 on the bottom, and these will connect to the back. And now here we have, I think it's called the Ninja Mega Falcon Zord. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called that. So this is, I guess you could say that this is like the fully completed Megazord. I guess you can say that. And basically with the Falcon Zord, it was given the power to fly, which is really nice. And it was okay because, you know, like they like could fly up in space, kick this giant comet, and boom, kill Ivan Ooze, yada 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 yada. So if you guys do happen to have all 6 Zords, it would be a nice idea to actually have all 6 of them together, because somehow the Falcon Zord just like gives like the whole like Megazord this whole, I don't know, like ninja feel, if you can catch my drift. So anyway, guys, if you do see him on eBay, pick him up. Remember, fist covers are a plus. You need these guys. Without them, you're gonna get this, which looks pretty awful. But with the fist covers, this looks a little bit more convincing. And the arm fell off again. Jeez. So there you go. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this review. I will see you around for another Megazord review or toy review of action figures, whichever one occurs first. So see you around, guys. Take care.